Do you make this motivation mistake? Before I tell you what the motivation mistake is, I just want to say a quick thing. If you have low motivation, there are one of four things that could be going wrong, or a combination of four things that could be leading to you having that low motivation. Now, in a previous episode, I spoke about expectancy. And in this episode, I want to talk about delay. So what is delay? Well, it's simple, really. The delay factor in terms of your motivation is the time in between setting the goal, the goal you actually want to achieve, and you achieving that goal. For example, university. If you are a freshman in university and you're studying towards a 4-year degree, your delay in terms of achieving what it is you want to achieve, i.e. graduating from university, that delay is massive. It's a 4-year delay in between you starting and you getting that piece of paper that says you know a bunch of stuff. Also, let's say you're training for, a marathon, and that marathon is a year away, or maybe 6 months away. The delay, therefore, is a 6-month delay. But the thing about motivation is, the greater the delay, the less motivation you feel. The smaller the delay, the greater the motivation you feel. That's why it's so easy to turn to YouTube or Facebook or whatever other social media, or perhaps why it's so easy to turn to binge watching an entire series of something, anything, whatever your favorite series is. It's because the delay is instantaneous, right? You can get what you want instantaneously. Just turn the TV on, scroll through Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever it is you choose to spend some of your time doing. So the delay is short. You get your reward instantly. You reach your goal instantly. So you'll be more motivated by a goal that has a short delay than you will be for a goal that has a longer delay. And the thing about delay is, the longer the delay, the less valuable that thing seems to you on a subconscious level. Of course, consciously, you will know that what you actually want is of a greater benefit. Let me use losing weight, for example. If you want to lose, let's say, 20 pounds, and you know you will need to commit to a diet and a workout program for 3 months or 6 months or an entire year, depending on your individual goal, of course. If you stretch it out, your reward will come after 6 months or 3 months or a year. And of course, your reward is you having taken off the weight that you want. There's a high delay there. Now, alternatively, you could be motivated to cheat on your diet or to cheat on your workout program. You might decide to skip your workout program and instead go chill with friends or something. Now, the delay on that is significantly shorter. If you cheat on your diet, you get the satisfaction of eating that thing you know you're not supposed to eat. You get that satisfaction now. That satisfaction you get by having your favorite comfort food, well, that delay is small. Of course, you know that, well, on a conscious level, you know that having that slice of cake is not going to help you get to that goal that you want to get to. It'll do the opposite. You know that on a conscious level. And you know on a conscious level that having that body you want, losing that weight that you want, bettering your health to a level that you want. You know on a conscious level that it is more important to you to achieve that goal. But because the delay is so big, on a subconscious level, it feels less valuable to you. It feels less valuable to you than that thing that's in front of you that can give you that pleasure right now, that can give you that satisfaction you want right now. So the delay is very important. The greater the delay, the less motivated you feel. The smaller the delay, the more motivated you feel. So if you have a massive goal, whatever that goal is, if you want to be successful at anything, there's always the chance you could spend an entire year, an entire decade, or perhaps even several decades. It could be your entire lifetime working towards this goal. Heck, it could be a goal that you want to achieve by this time next week. But how do you stay motivated? When the delay is massive, how do you increase your motivation? Well, this is the motivation mistake people make. They do not create a scenario where the delay is minimized. What do I mean by that? Well, break your goal up into the smallest possible units. Since we're using working out, for example, see every meal as a chance to achieve something. See every single meal as a chance to achieve something. See every single workout as a chance to achieve something. Every workout and every single meal, those are stepping stones that will get you to that goal. So you can shorten your delay by making sure that you see the goal for the day to be every single meal you have. Each meal is a goal. Your goal for the day will be to have a healthy breakfast. That's a short delay. When you have that food in front of you, the delay is a lot shorter. So what happens next? Well, you won't be hungry until your next meal, right? Until you've scheduled your next meal. Of course, if you eat right, you won't feel hungry. If you eat right, if you get your diet right, you won't have to starve yourself into losing weight, but we'll talk about diet in a bit more detail in following episodes. So, of course, if you want to be a part of that, click subscribe, click follow. I don't know where you're watching or listening to this, but click follow, click subscribe, and of course you will be a part of that when we do discuss that, when I do share some of that with you. But just to dive straight back into this episode, into the topic for the day, listen, break your goal up into the smallest workable units. With the example I just gave, use every single meal as a goal to work towards. Use every single workout as a goal to work towards. And then celebrate those goals. And remind yourself, once you have eaten, once you've had your healthy breakfast, remind yourself why you want to do this. And then celebrate that win. It's a win. Celebrate every single win. It doesn't matter how small it is. Celebrate that win. Celebrate that win so you anticipate celebrating that win because it feels good. You can't wait to celebrate the win because it gives you the same amount of satisfaction that having actually would give you greater satisfaction than binging on an entire cake would, because you would feel guilty after having that cake. But if you stick to your diet, if you have that healthy meal and you celebrate that meal and you feel good about it, and you focus on how good you feel for sticking to your diet, you're able to shorten the delay of the bigger goal, which is losing weight, losing X amount of weight in such and such a time. It could be a 6-month goal that you're trying to get to, but because you are winning every single day, you've made your goal as small as possible in terms of the the smallest possible units you can celebrate, each meal being a separate unit, each workout being a separate unit, you can greatly benefit from the delay factor simply by just making the perceivable delay smaller. I hope that makes a bit of sense. I don't know. If it doesn't make sense, just let me know and I'll explain that in a bit more detail, or maybe in a slightly different way with better examples. And yeah, well, look, if you did find it useful, use it right now. Use it in whatever goal you want to achieve. Use this stuff I'm sharing with you. It works. Celebrate your goals. Well, first of all, just to recap quickly, make your goal as small as possible. And when I say make it as small as possible, divide it into the smallest possible units. The smallest possible units that allow you to shorten the delay as much as possible. And once you have done that, commit to achieving those units one at a time. And when you have achieved that unit, when you have done the thing you're supposed to do, celebrate it. When you have achieved that smallest unit, celebrate that win. Celebrate every single win, but most of all, keep track of your wins. All right? Celebrate your wins, but also break your goal down into the smallest possible units, the smallest workable units. In the case of losing weight, for example, separate meals, each meal being a goal. Separate workouts, each workout being a goal. And then celebrate those. You know what, with workouts, you could even go further than just having the entire workout be something to celebrate. You could break it down into, say, 5-minute intervals, or each set, you celebrate each set after you've done it. It shortens the delay even further. You do your first set of however many reps you do, and I don't know what workout you'd be doing. We'll talk about the best workout for weight loss in episodes to come. So again, if you want to be a part of that, click subscribe, click follow, depending on where you're watching or listening to this, and you will be a part of that. But listen, like I was saying, break it down into the smallest possible units. That makes sense to you. It could be, if it's your workout, it could be each separate set. Say, for example, if you're doing push-ups, do your first set of push-ups. It could be 10 push-ups, it could be 20 push-ups, it could be 5 push-ups, it could be 50. Whatever your goal is for each set, do your push-ups, get up, celebrate that win, because it is a win. And when you're ready to do your next set of 10, 5, 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever your number is, get back down, do your set, get back up when you're done, and celebrate that win, and just keep doing that until you're done with your workout. It shortens the delay. Shorten the delay as much as possible. Just by shortening the delay and combining it with what we talked about in that past episode, what we talked about increasing your expectancy, increasing your confidence, and how likely you are to succeed. Do these two things, and you will 10x, 100x your motivation fairly easily. All right? That's my promise to you. Listen, before we part ways, is there somebody in your life that you want to see succeed? Is there somebody in your life who you know has a lot of potential, and you just want to help them boost how much of that potential they actually use? Is there someone in your life who you want to see succeed in the most amazing of ways? If there is, please, by all means, share this episode with them. You might just help them find the motivation they need to achieve beyond what they or you think is possible. Share this with them, my friend, because if you do that, you will be responsible for that person's success. And as always, we will be together soon.